Career awareness is the ability to know exactly what's happening in your career, what qualifications you need, what are the comp, just essentially how aware of you of what's going on in your particular field or the field that you're interested in. So that's what we're going to talk about today, essentially. And I'm going to include an exercise at some point in this video. I'm not going to tell you when, so you have to watch it to figure out exactly how you can approach and use career awareness to level up your career. So let's get started. So to use career awareness to level up your career, you have to figure out four things. One, what is the role that you're looking at? Is it a managerial role, a VP role? Are you looking to just pivot out of your particular field, go into another one? What it is that you're looking for. So that's one. Two, what are the roles and responsibilities for that particular role? If you're looking at a HR manager, sales manager, computer science, something. I really want to say software engineer. So if you're looking at a software engineer or data analyst, what do they do? What are their requirements on a daily basis? What are their responsibilities? So that's two. Figure out exactly what they do. The third thing you want to figure out is what is the path to get there. So let us say that you want to be a project manager. Do you have to become a project management assistant first, or do you just jump straight into the role? Well, what's the pathway? What's the hierarchy to actually get into that particular role? And the final thing you want to figure out would be what are the requirements and the qualifications for that job? Do you need a particular certification if you're going into IT, or let's say going into training? What certificates do you need? Do you need to be a member of a particular society to get into this particular role? So you need to actually sit down and figure out exactly what do you need to do? What do you need to know? What do you need to have in your toolkit to be able to actually hold on to this role? So those will be the four questions that you can use to make career awareness push you up to the field that you actually want to be in. So let's jump into the actual exercise where I can actually show you how this actually goes. All right, so let's just jump into the exercise. So what I want you to do is just to look at a job description, and let's look at a data analyst job description just to use that as an example. So take that job description and I want you to look at the roles and responsibilities. Go through the list and get a deep understanding of exactly what that role entails. Now, first question, is that something you're interested in? I would assume so. So let's move on to the next question. Out of these roles and responsibilities, how many of these things are you currently doing at this point in time? If you are doing some of these roles and responsibilities, is that even reflected in your updated resume that you'll be sending out for these applications? Come on, come on. You have to highlight these things so people know whether or not you're capable of doing the job, whether or not you could actually do the things that the job requires you to do. If you don't have those responsibilities or you don't have experience with those responsibilities, start to ask yourself, what projects can I implement in work or volunteer experience so that I can start to develop these skill sets? How can I begin to analyze data in work? What can I do? How can I build a model for work? How can I do data analytics for some volunteer company? Like, you have to figure out those things so that way, once you actually build on the skills and build the ability to be responsible for those things, you can put it in your resume. You can have that experience to talk about when you're in an interview. So that's the roles and responsibilities. Now we're going to do the same thing with the qualifications. Look at the qualifications. Do you have the qualifications that they're talking about? If so, is it highlighted not only in your resume, but with your online profiles or your LinkedIn, your Zing, whatever it is that you use? Is it there? Is it something that people can see easily? And if you don't have those qualifications, what is the avenue? What is the path? What is the route you're going to take to actually get those qualifications and start highlighting it? So by becoming aware of those two things, you have already started to shape yourself to decide whether or not you want to fit into that role or if you have to go somewhere else. And obviously you want to look at stuff such as compensation, figure out benefits, so you would know whether or not it's worth the effort, but also figure out what's the level of competition in that particular field as well. So you may not necessarily get that in the job description. So you're going to look at Glassdoor or Salary Pay, I think is the name of the website. I was just throw it up so you have an idea where to go. But you use these websites to get an idea of what the benefits would be, what the salary would be in your area for that particular role, and that is how you start to become more aware of your career, build that career awareness, so you know exactly what's going on, you know exactly what you need, so then you can start to build on that. Now, given that you watched the end of this video, I assume that that means you may have a new goal. So if you're looking to level up your goal setting and your goal building, there's a video I did on that. Check somewhere here for it. And I'll see you in the next video. Throat killing me this entire video, so energy is not as high as it usually is, but I will see you in the next video. Please do these exercises. Please take notes. That is how you grow. That is how you will learn. I want you to grow and learn. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Goodbye. Boom.